Oh no, Dr. Waluyama was seen as a casino.
Whoa, so that's we're going to fight someone just because they're they're spending their Sunday afternoon however they want.
Well, no, because he's the leader of the Galaxy Gang. Spending Sunday afternoon however he
that's
wants.
a very good point.
Oh, whoa, okay, he's out the outskirts, just like, the first thing he did was like, it's Pulseman!
The thing is that Giovanni never just gambled at a casino.
He owned the casino.
That's true, but I mean, his casino was not just a casino. It's funny how being a Yakuza type criminal organization is not what got it banned, being a casino is.
Well, no, it's what got him found.
No, I'm talking about Pokemon now.
Oh.
When Europe was like, Yakuza stuff. No, whatever, oh my gosh, is that gambling? And then they stopped the casino. I mean, that should have been, everyone is like, Europe's gambling laws, removing the casino. But Europe's gambling laws are removing loot boxes from video games right now, so, yeah. Thanks. It's a small price to pay.
Oh God! So this is the Las Vegas cyberspace, huh?
This is terrible.
Right. Well, are we going to be analogous to what gambling does to your brain?
This is a very risky thing to do, because that's Seizure City right here. The Seizure City of the world. That's what they call Las Vegas. Because of all
the lights.
So look at that nonsense in the sky. Like, they really were confident that kids would be able to play this.
I mean, this is the weed dimension from Sonic CD gone wrong.
Yeah, this is where they're now.
Oh,
you're
sure? Because there's a lot more red in this way. No, the planet is so high that it's got red eyes.
That's funny. I don't really like this.
I mean, who would?
No,
really?
I mean, like the cyber. I would have, as in making the cyberspace just Las Vegas but digitized. I don't know.
Yeah, you could have like done stuff with like digitized cards and all that stuff.
Yeah, something like that. I don't want to just see the Mojave Desert. As in, I don't even see what's so digital about the background other than the colors.
Well, there's also it's more about
and the horrible music.
And that's the whole thing where, despite like this would never exist in the real world, like of course it wouldn't, but it's still boring. It's still boring in terms of design, because I'm sure.
This is a weird future world. Who's to say this wouldn't exist in the real Pulseman world?
I mean, I guess if you look at it that way. Why did that thing not hurt? Okay, never mind.
As in, if the sky was a normal color and you told me this was the real Las Vegas, I'd be like, sure, Pulseman Las Vegas, that's fine by me.
I mean, that reminds you of the Flintstones movie with that.
So,
well, not with terrible, horrible lights, but the one where they go to Rock Vegas. You ever watch those live action Flintstone movies where they're almost all the same?
That was one of the. Back when I watched Nostalgia Critic, that was great. I remember that one.
Oh, I just watched the movie.
I watched the movie too, but I remember watching the review as well.
It was, how do I put this? It made me like question Fred, just going through like, was this a movie making him this much of a jerk, or was he always this much of a jerk? And honestly, I think I might have intended to check the show to see, but I never actually went back to watching Flintstones.
This reminds me, mentioning Nostalgia Critic. I mean, the drama made a lot of people turn on him, right?
Yes.
But one thing I have
Wait
to...
a minute.
What?
Wait 1 minute. Wait 1 minute. What the hell is this?
Did you not split up parts?
I know I did.
So check ahead. Just check the time we're at now. 6:46.
4:46.
Yeah, and just see what's going on even halfway into this.
Okay. Okay. All right. I was like, this hasn't moved. Like, that's point. There's no way the Mega Man syndrome has gotten this bad. So, all right. Hold on. Okay.
I mean, doesn't matter. We can start a little ahead because this level is giving me.
We were for 26. Okay.
I guess we kind of have to sync up the audio and visual. So.
Well, here's the thing. I could like try and like keep this in, but like put something in the middle to like indicate what we're doing.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I thought this was staying in. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's. Of course, we'll cut out this point where we resync. But okay. So.
I think this is behind rather than ahead. So you defeated the entire purpose.
No, I didn't. Did it? Was it 4:26 or 4:46?
It was 4:46.
Was
friend.
it? Oh.
My goodness.
Okay. So now I need to go back to 4:26. This is going to be fun for me.
Yes. But yeah, one thing, people turned on him, and a lot of people was like, ever since Demo Reel and the skits are a bad thing came back up, because it more or less went away.
Right.
Recently, no, not recently, more or less went away, and it came back with the drama. But I have to say that even though I'm kinda done with the channel, I think the skits were fine.
Yeah,
I never hated. Sometimes I did, and sometimes it is annoying. I understand. Like, probably it got.
Oh, hi, Mega Man ZX.
You mean Gunstar?
You're just forever going to be on.
Yeah, Red and Blue is now Gunstar aesthetics to me. That's how.
Yeah, we were at the end of that level too. For some reason, the level transitions.
This is better. This is good. This would have been a better digitized. Whatever. That would have been a better.
What comes after this?
This would have been a better digital.
Well, we are in digital world. I still think.
Even though this is still real seizure crazy, but this is better. Even though the colors are too much, it's still better.
Yeah.
So wait, the cyberspace has an outside and inside?
Well, no, I think we went into either this. Okay, either we have to still be in the digital world, or this is some weird, messed up game show thing that clearly will have terrible ratings. Because nobody will be able to watch it.
Yeah, but somehow we're watching it.
We're like, that reminds me of a Strong Bad skit where the King of Town had like like his own Sunday comic, but it was so like actually very not funny, and just like barely had like any sort of fan base whatsoever. That in the end, they had only like one guy reading every Sunday, and they just like kept it going for his sake. But then he died because he was like super old, and so they ended the comic and like, "Thank you to all our reader." Oh man, that was great.
But yeah, nostalgia critic. I do agree that some of the skits were very egregious, especially later on. I do think probably some of the very recent stuff was a bit lame, but overall,
there was one that I cannot remember, that where he like stopped to do a skit like every 2 minutes.
And like, I know the Rick and Morty, I mean the Deadpool 2 episode is apparently a bit infamous for how terrible the skits are.
I mean, I expected it to be. I never watched it, but I expect once you do Deadpool, you're either going to do it one way or the other, and you know the two ways I'm talking about.
Yeah, the problem, I mean, I saw, one of those review the reviewer videos?
Yeah.
That made me realize that I enjoy Channel Awesome takedowns just as much as I enjoy CinemaSins takedowns. Even though I actually liked Channel Awesome, I enjoy seeing videos that just rag on them. So, because I'm a cynical loser. So basically, yeah. It was if that description of the video is accurate, he really got Deadpool wrong, and the skits just accentuated.
Accentuated.
Yes. Since the skits are coming from the wrong place in the first place, it just feel more egregious.
That reminds me, and this is like the first time you've used egregious in this. Like, it's very egregious.
You know, and TV tropes did that to me. I always complain about TV tropes, and people should stop doing TV tropes for shorthand so often. But seeing a trope that's about using the word egregious too much made me start using the word egregious too much. I know it's just a part of my vocabulary.
Oh my gosh. But the thing is that that reminds me of the first nostalgia critic like come back, the Timothy Green thing, where he was reviewing the end of it, where like the parents like realized that they tried too hard to be the best parents for Timothy, and then when he died due to the whole last leaves on his ankles thing or whatever, they went to go adopt again, and so the person at the adoption agency was like questioning them, and they're like, okay, so if you were to adopt somebody, with your mistakes in mind, what would you do? And then they're like, we'd make more mistakes. Yep, we'd probably make more mistakes. And he was like, he like laid into them. And I was like, but I thought the point of I thought the point of it was that if they said we'd be perfect, then we'd be perfect this time, we'd get it right this time, then that would show that they haven't actually matured. By admitting that they would make mistakes, they'd still make mistakes. That showed that they did mature.
Yeah, I mean,
it was like such a big thing at the end. Like, I thought that was obvious.
There's sometimes, and that's something I've realized when I'm watching a video, and I'm just thinking, that's not the point. Like, it's not a different interpretation. It's they're actually not understanding what is meant by that situation. It just takes me out of the entire thing.
Yeah.
Like, I remember someone it was weird because they were commenting on Logan Paul. I think it was H3H3, which is another infamous person now, apparently. And he was commenting on something Logan Paul said. And I was thinking, I mean, it shouldn't be hard to insult this guy.
It really shouldn't.
But that's not why he's saying it. I don't even remember what it was. Something about he was insulting himself on an airplane. And it was clear he was trying to say that this is what people thought about me, and now here's where I am. And he was just laying into him about, why are you calling yourself this? And like, he doesn't actually mean it. Like, this guy's an idiot. You shouldn't have trouble insulting him. It just took me out to the entire thing. It's a shame too, because it's like, let's see what my buddy H3 is doing.
Hey, not everybody can come up with gold each time.
That's true. But I was like, let's see what I kind of fell off his videos for a while. I was like, let's see what he's doing. Watch one video. I was like, oh.
I mean, unless you're Johnny.
I mean,
I have, in my opinion, I've never seen a video of Johnny's that I'm like, nah, that wasn't. I don't really go with that. There are some things that I like. This he explains himself very well with how he sees things differently, and it's not a single. Well, I see it this way, but you can see whatever that Aaron does all the time.
Yeah,
but yeah, he actually just like fully. It's a traceable train of thought that he does.
It's like that's because I was about to say I don't think I've ever seen an related to media thing, but I did think that in their effort to be apolitical, when they were doing the Wonder Woman review, they were really stepping on eggshells to not get anyone angry, because they know that anti-feminists and feminists are all over this thing, and they just want to ignore all of that and talk about the movie, which almost made the review feel like nothing was really happening, because they didn't really say anything. I mean, they both liked the movie, and it
didn't feel like a let's sit back and drink beer and talk about this movie.
I mean, it does, because they're not afraid to say anything, but they like avoiding. They don't get into that sort of thing at all, which I think was to their detriment in that specific video.
Then it turns out the beer was actually soda.
Nah, that's only for one of them.
What?
It took me a very long time to realize that Rich Evans doesn't drink. And so every time I see him drinking, I'm like, oh, they edited that clip, so that's most likely soda or energy drink or something. He doesn't drink at all.
Interesting.
Just weird, yeah. So we spent this video talking about other people. I guess we should